is off, you have your static link again.
Crazy buff for this Razor. Before, if you've been playing for Dota for quite some time, I mean, of course, if you go for the static link, it reduces your damage, physical damage, or right click damage, and the Razor gains the damage. But right now, if you use your static link when you start the hero, that's the only hero that he targets.
And the thing is, he slaps you while running.
And the move speed for the Razor, if
Yeah.
you go for the Yule's build, crazy move speed.
Ooh, interesting. Thailand themselves banned out the Drow Ranger.
I was like thinking they're gonna go for the Drow.
Yeah, because they have a Razor that's an agility hero, and if you think about it, you already have your frontliner, which Drow Ranger really needs. There's a Tiny and a Razor, so it's quite interesting that Thailand banned out the Drow Ranger. But the thing is, now PDR, they do have the first pick in the second phase, so I think Thailand just wanted to ban out that hero.
Okay, so again, we're waiting for the third ban for Lao BDR. I mean, for their fifth ban. Sorry, fifth ban.
What hero is Thailand looking for? The Doom is still up. Because the Tiny can be played on the off lane, the carry, and the position 4. So there's definitely a lot of flexibility here for Team Thailand. And Centaur Warrior is going to be the choice. Very nice ban there as the off lane pool has been limited.
And if you can also think, if they go for the Centaur, the Thailand picks Centaur, it's gonna be good for the Razor. And even the Tiny run. You go for the static link, press the ultimate for the Centaur, it will just run you over.
Ooh.
Skyrat. Okay.
Yeah, it's managed to get in the space. The Legion Commander and the Skyrat Mage, one of the deadliest combinations inside the game.
And as you also mentioned, it will, the Team Lao BDR will get some heroes that has massive magical spells.
Yep.
And there you go. That's the answer.
Already has the mana problem solved with the Crystal Maiden. So the Scarlet Mage will be able to do a lot in the laning stage. Now the question is, Team Thailand, who do you pick up here as your carry against these two heroes, Legion Commander and Scarlet Mage?
It provides disable since the Ancient Seal for the Skyrat Mage. It will silence you up, so you won't do anything unless you have a BKB or use.
One thing is for certain, no illusion heroes are going to come out for both. Well, for Team Thailand. I think for Lao PDR, they can still pick up illusion heroes, but there's Tiny, so I don't think illusion heroes are going to be a thing here in this game because of this kind of mage on the side of Lao PDR and because of the Tiny on the side of Thailand. Okay.
Good pick for Thailand, knowing that the duel, the Shadow Demon will just gonna use the disruption.
Yeah, it's the same that you're looking for against Lao PDR. Now, if you're Laos PDR, you need a way to shut down the Shadow Demon, so you need heroes that can definitely close the gap against Team Thailand. Storm comes to mind when it comes to jumping on the Shadow Demon before initiating the duel into the Scarlet Mage ultimate. But again, you need to see more information on the line of Team Thailand.
And Team Thailand also lacks the disable and lockdowns for certain heroes.
Yeah.
Since Lao PDR already has the Crystal Maiden, she has Frostbite.
Yeah.
Legion Commander has the duel. And of course, the burst damage coming from the Skyrat Mage.
That's a deadly combination as well from Team Thailand. It's a Razor and a Shadow Demon.
Perch.
Yeah, a Blast from the Past, 2015, static link into Disrupt. Although you don't get the right clicks off because the target is disrupted, at least you hold them into position to stop more damage against your laning partner.
Of course, the second skill for the SD or Shadow Demon.
Yep.
It will provide a lot of HP reduction.
And the thing about the Shadow Demon pick here for Team Thailand is it can stack the jungle, so it will definitely favor the Tiny or the Razor here, and when it comes to boosting their farming speed.
And the supports also benefits from the stacks itself.
Yeah.
Since if the Shadow Demon he goes down in the lane, go to the triangle, or even to the neutral jungle.
Oh wait, what?
Oh my god. They go for the Phantom Lancer, PL.
I think you straight up pick DK here for Team Thailand.
They can just pick, that's
Or
very,
a Bat Rider.
it's very true.
Ah, never mind that. That was a horrible suggestion. It's a PL and the Legion Commander. Never mind. I think you straight up pick DK here for Team Thailand.
DK
A Radiance carrier, yeah. And make the Tiny carry for them. I think Thailand does play a carry Tiny.
They do. In the hands of a certain player.
Yeah. That we're not gonna name.
Yeah. I was I was about to
for Team Thailand, again, it's either a DK or a Timbersaw for me. Because none of the heroes on the side of the Lao PDR can burst him down, especially with the save on the Shadow Demon. Now, the reason why I like DK, it provides you the push on the early game. It shuts down the the objective of Lao PDR, which is to farm and to have the Big Dagger up and ready for the Legion Commander. And there's no real defender on the side of Lao PDR.
And it's also good with the illusions.
Yeah.
The PL.
Again, once the Regents comes out.
Oh,
Okay, that's one way to solve against one way to solve the problem against Lao PDR. It's a pushing hero. Leshrakt's a very good pushing hero. It destroys the PL in team fights. But one thing is for certain, come the late game, it's much harder to play this one for Team Thailand compared to the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, first knowing that he has the Diabolic Edict, plus the Pulse Nova, good for the melee heroes.
Yeah.
Knowing it's a PL, it's just gonna destroy the illusions for the PL itself.
Yeah, I think the reason why they picked up the Leshract here against the over the DK is the fact that there's a Shadow Demon on their lineup. Leshract Shadow Demon, very strong lane.
The Shadow Demon can set up with the disruption to split third, easy kill.
Well, they can technically still get the DK because Tiny can be playing as boss 4.
Or even the Leshract itself, as a support.
Boss 4 Leshract.
If they're gonna go for defensive tri-lane or aggressive tri-lane, it's a good tri-lane already. They have disables or
Oh,
stuns.
this is a DK.
No, Sand King, okay.
Oh, okay. Veil of Discord Carrier.
And another good combination with the Leshract. So.
Yeah, if you set up the Burst Strike for the Leshract, it's going to be an easy start for Thailand. Now, last PDR, they need a mid laner here against all of the heroes of Team Thailand. Thinking of an option here, which is it? Against Leshract and Razor. Because the Tiny is going to most likely be played as position 4, unless they see that Tiny is viable against the mid of Lao PDR.
Okay, the lead.
Okay, that destroys all 3 cores.
Exactly. That's a pretty nice last pick coming from Lao PDR. So it do counters a lot of heroes from Thailand.
Yeah, the Tiny cannot lane against the Lina. The Razor can lane a bit against the Lina. The Leshract, horrible against Lina.
He's just gonna get right clicks and being spammed with the LSA Light Strike Array.
Yeah.
Coming for the Lina.
I was about to say that Team Thailand's draft is looking pretty juicy, but the last pick Lina of Lao PDR, this is a very aggressive lineup. This looks like a draft of Myanmar yesterday.
They can easily burst any hero.
Yeah.
Right? Mystic Flare, Laguna Blade, and what else?
You know, the only time that they're looking for here is the use of their on the Lina. Once it's up, they're not going to stop applying pressure here against Team Thailand. And Lao PDR, I think they have the upper hand here when it comes to draft.
They have a pretty nice pick. Again, that pick counters most of their cores, or even the support itself. And she can just burst down any of the supports for the side of Thailand. And the draft is complete. I think we're just gonna go about the game. And for all the viewers that just came into the stream or the team and television, this is the best of 3 lower bracket finals. And whoever wins, they'll be facing the gold medal match versus Team Philippines.
Again, all of the teams here will be able to secure the silver medals if they win their series. Team Philippines has already claimed the silver medal, and we are about to see who's gonna be the next team to advance on the grand finals.
So again, lower bracket finals. We just recently, the upper bracket finals just recently concluded. That match is between Team Philippines versus Team Vietnam.
Yeah, and by the way, whoever loses this series is gonna have to play Vietnam later on for the bronze medal. So very crucial still for the teams that are present. And you don't let your guard down. Even Vietnam, they still need to watch this series because whoever loses this one, they need to prepare for that matchup.
Most of the teams doesn't, just after the game, we're done.
No, we're done. We're relaxing.
Yeah, we're just gonna relax. No, it doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen. Especially if you're trying to claim the last medal for the discipline here of Dota 2. Silver, bronze, gold, whatever it is, it's still a medal.
Of course, it's a medal, and it's the pride of your country. I mean, you're gonna be playing.
Yeah, it's just sad that you're about to play for the bronze medal.
Yeah.
But it's the spirit of a tournament, right? You win some, you lose some.
first ever esports event for SEA Games.
Yeah, that's why it's very big, especially for our country. The Filipinos are really, really happy right now. 'Cause we already claimed silver.
Guaranteed silver for your country, and of course the fans. I mean, the esports fans, the fans, or the fans for the team itself.
Yeah,
You're really happy about it.
it definitely helps boosting your momentum here for for the teams that are claiming sweeps. Because Team Philippines, after that series, I think they're very confident heading towards the grand finals.
Of course, getting 2-0.
Yep.
2-0. I mean, your opponent, and we're back into the game. Team Thailand versus Team Laos PDR, best of 3, game number 1 on its way.
Yep. I would like to look at the laning stage here for both teams. Team Thailand, they do have a very strong lane. It's the Lashrak on the top lane, with alongside I think that's the Shadow Demon. Yep. And it is a Razor Sand King lane. I'm not mistaken. It's a Razor Sand King lane on the bottom lane.
So, okay, the raging side for
oh, never mind. It's a Razor Shadow Demon.
Yeah,
so
Razor Shadow Demon.
It's the classic Lashrak into the Sand King on the top lane. So again, we talk about how deadly these combinations are for Team Thailand. Top lane should be fairly easy for the Lashrak and the Shadow Demon. They're up against a PL that really cannot fight against those two. Bottom lane, Razor and Shadow, Lashrak and Sand King on the top lane should have a fairly easy time against a PL. And the Razor, Shadow Demon on the bottom lane should be able to survive the onslaught of the Legion Commander's Tyrant.
Okay, and the horn sounds, and everyone is eyeing on the first bounty rune. Here we go.
Yeah, you see the Tiny already having the protect.
Nice one.
That was pretty nice. Yep, sexy pickup there from the Lashrak, baiting out the spells from PL as well. So they know that there's no Doppelganger from Countermancer, so they can definitely use the level 1 Board Strike, the Sand King, and hit the Stun Splitter that was already leveled up. And I would like to talk about another matchup here in middle lane. It's the Tiny against Lina. The reason why Tiny has a Ring of Protection right now is because he has no armor. And if you have no armor against Lina, you will not be able to lane against him.
Lina will just keep pummeling you with the right clicks, especially Lina has the range advantage over everyone.
Yep. You know, this matchup used to be very favorable for the Lina, and now with a nerf on the Tiny, this should be a fairly easy lane for her as well.
And if you're gonna look at on the two teams on their draft, they have good mid heroes where this heroes can just go online easily.
It's just that the nature of the draft of Laos PDR, they come out faster than the line of Thailand. Yes, the line of Thailand is really aggressive, but the timings of the Laos PDR here is much stronger than the timing of Team Thailand.
Okay, so this is a nice grab coming from the Skyrap Mage. He was able to get the creep wave here, and he will deliver this creep wave over on their lane. So they get sort of, a slight advantage over the laning.
So the reason why the Skyrap Mage is doing this is because of the fact that the Legion Commander cannot lane against the Razor level 1, especially alongside a Shadow Demon. So they need to take the level 2s first before they can actually lane against Team Thailand.
And looking at this matchup, the Tiny was already been committed on his heal itself.
That's big. The courier kill on the bottom lane. Legion Commander was able to snipe courier off the Razor. I think it was bringing on regen
Plus
Razor.
the rate ban.
Yeah, plus the rate ban that has been purchased a while ago. Should be a very huge advantage for Laos PDR.
Yeah, you won't get any gold per minute if your courier's got 9. Yeah, you're getting something for that.
That's the passive, I think 81 GPM or 85, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So that's very big. That's 85 gold per minute.
85 gold per minute. That's a lot.
And your courier is there for a minute. So that's 85 gold lost.
And regeneration, I thought it got cancelled by the Dragonblade coming from the Lina.
Didn't it?
No. It's still, the region.
Well, he got hit after, so
yeah.
I don't think it matters.
Then again, Lina looking good on this lane. Oh, Slitter hits 1, but they're just getting backed out. But he's being slowed by the Nova. And Sand King doesn't have any mana, but moves speed with the boots. Still good.
Yep. So again, this is the strength of the Lashrak and the Sand King. Unfortunately, they were not able to connect their combos on PL. They tried to take down the Crystal Maiden, but I'm not entirely sure if that is the right call for Team Thailand. I think they should be pressuring the PL more, because if you are able to pressure the PL before it gets level 3, you should have a fairly easy lane for Team Thailand.
Yeah, PL at that point still, it won't have the doppel.
Yeah, and the Crystal Maiden is basically acting like a shield for the PL.
Okay, Lestrak hoping to get the stun. The stun actually is a bit short to get the PL, so PL's gonna be fine for now.
Yeah. No, this is a deadly lane. Oh my god. Lane.
Clean as fine. LSD will connect once and he's alive.
Yeah.
Extra armor again coming from the ring.
Yeah, if he didn't purchase the ring earlier, he would have died here.
Extra durability, less cost item, efficient item.
The top lane, they need to hit the combos, the Barrow Strike, and the Splitter. So the PL needs to be pressured. But right now, Laos PDR with the Final Master free farming in the top lane, receiving little pressure, should be fine heading towards the mid.
But the Tiny right now is getting confident on this laning. He goes in, just walks casually, threatening the Lina for the avalanche.
Career.
Oh, what hit?
Okay, not even to reach it.
Career's fine. First strike will connect. And there you go. The foul dive on Eden. And this is the first blood by Thailand. Sandy gets the first blood. Good shot.
Yep, now that they're level 3s and the PL is level 3 as well, they switch targets. They go to the CM. They know that they can pressure the PL, but they need to take down the CM first.
Can't commit Atlas will connect. He will try his best. And there you go. The clock is going to be enough. Like Ari will connect. And Lina is fine.
Toss the tree too early. She'll just right click first, then bottom block, and through the tree.
Almost, but not quite. For the Tiny. But still, he'll suffer. The Lina will suffer a lot of level.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Tiny's doing fantastic in the middle lane. This is a lane that he should lose, but he looks like the dominant player here against the Lina.
And Lina is back to the lane, but he's kind of slightly behind in terms of level. And look at the Tiny.
Should we be able to get a 6 here? Oh no, that's not enough.
With the PL with the Nova, pulling him down, but they'll fight. Power Strike will connect, and he's burning. The PL is burning. He's about to go down, but the double was used, and he will avoid the death on the top lane.
Yeah, again, level 3, level 4 for the PL. Really hard to take him down right now. It's the result of wrong target prioritization during the early
But
stages.
the Skyrim changes the rotation with the Boars and still the courier. One more. But still, they got the kill for the Lestrak. So Team Laos and PDR still looking good in this game, 2-1.
You know the courier families are on a panic right now because there are a lot of courier kills the past few days.
Yeah, there's a lot. Look, especially if there's 5 guys on your squad that's they're own couriers, right? And like before, only one courier. Most likely, the mid laners only get to use the couriers.
Well, I heard that there was a rule for middle layers that if you ever want to use your courier, you need to push out waves before you get your item. Because the thing is, heroes like Templar Assassin can punish your greediness. While if you pick up your item during the late stage, just like it's taking out courier. Only though.
Yeah, but the Christy attack will debuff a bit, and he will go for himself on the mid lane. LSA will connect, and the Atlas will just
Good. Where's the good lane?
Yeah, he was able to do I guess the range. I don't know, man, but
By the way, that's the same range as the LSA. Yeah. So if you can pick the LSA, you should be able to commit a little bit of range.
The Sandy is going to get punished. But Force strikes like Mark will connect. I will need it activated. Sanford, do they have the detection? Yes, they do. They will chase out the Sandy and it will go down at the top.
Yeah, I like the fact that the PL immediately headed towards the direction of Lestrak, tanking up some procs of that the diabolic eating, so the damage wasn't enough to take the CM down.
Okay, Shadow Demon positioning himself just behind the trees, and the Splinter will connect with no follow-up damage. And the Nova again, will the PL rush. The PL rushed in, and the double was instantly used. But oh no, we got side Shadow Demon, a bit silence, but the Boars like will connect on the illusions. And it's fine. Okay, illusions out. Shadow Demon is alive. All goods for the side of Team Thailand.
This is the effect of the Legion Commander and Razor able to get out on the bottom lane 1v1. It's now effectively a tri-lane versus tri-lane for both teams, but I do think it still favors the side of Team Laos PDR, because again, the PL is still free farming.
And the Lina is being somewhat forced to go to the jungle.
There's a 4-man shield picked up here by Laos PDR, and this should go towards either the Legion Commander
LC.
or the PL.
Yeah, either LC or the PL.
Make sure that the PL is a bit more tanky, more EHP. EHP means effective HP.
Lina will get the illusion rune. He will bottle it, but the Tiny already has the arcane rune on his bottle as well. So.
By the way, the this guy hasn't died yet. The lane against Alina and Scarlet Mage.
If you're winning on the lane, you can see heroes or players just, they don't rotate unless it's a different type of hero. No one will connect, but the Sand King, looking for Crystal Maiden, and the Jukes, the sidestep on the 3 line saves it.
I don't think even if the Bar Strike connects, I don't think they have the damage to kill the CM because the Diabolic Edict was already used to take down the tower here.
Then, tier 1 tower is good. It's good for Team Thailand.
Now 2 seconds, the Edict is up once again, so they're looking for a set of kills here on top lane. Unfortunately, Laos PDR has already retreated. Actually, they're on bottom lane right now, trying to go for the Razor Sand Mage. Not able to get a vision here, fully slow.
The Tiny looking good at the middle lane. They will gonna go for the face boots.
Oh, this is very good.
Oh, the kill!
Oh my God.
Got owned by the Lina with the Laguna blade usage. Okay, good stuff coming from Team Laos PDR.
So that stops the the pressure of Team Thailand here against the objectives of Laos PDR. Now, if you look at bottom lane, it's heavily being pushed here by the 2 heroes of Laos PDR. There's the Legion Commander and the Skyland Mage. There's a TP coming out from the Shadow Demon that he is good in front of the Legion Commander.
Is there any fight? No, there's a main approach.
Okay, Sand King's here.
Sand King just steadily tanking or demolishing the beam wave. However, the Legion Commander is doing the same thing.
Oh, okay. So it's a support Lashrak.
It's not. I was also thinking that it was a more Lashrak.
He was thinking last hits earlier.
Yeah.
If you're the support,
or maybe,
supposed to get last hits.
Or maybe they just decided, you go for
yeah, and by the way, he was he was the guy who has been sitting behind trees. So I thought Lashrak was the core. Now it's the Sand King. The available scored was purchased a while ago, so this is go time for Team Thailand.
Oh, Frostbite, this is going to be the first dual window. The disruption will save. And the splitter will also connect. No win for you, good sir. But there you go, the side of Team Thailand. However, 1-for-1 breaks. Sand King or the Crystal Maiden.
It's a heavy commitment though. 2 ultimates burned out by the Laos PDR to take down the Sand King. It's a big kill, yes, for Sand King, but the timing is still up for Team Thailand. The Sand King still has the epicenter once he reaches level 9. Then again, the build he scored was purchased.
A good item pickup. The build he scored, it will benefit the Sand King. I mean, almost everyone, every hero from Thailand.
Yep.
Especially the Lush or the Shadow Demon.
And by the way, expect this Tiny to have the Assault clear out by 16 minutes. Already heading towards the Jump Endurance. I think 650 gold away from the recipe.
Yeah, sure. Because Tiny had an absolute laning presence against the Lina.
Yeah. Well, this is the downside of Tiny.
Sure. Right there.
Dying on, I think that was on the bottom.
Yeah. Skyrat was able to get the kill over the on the left.
It's quite ironic that a Tiny has leveled up the Avalanche and Toss and hasn't rotated yet.
Oh my God, room handle. And it's gonna be picked up by the Legion Command. Good item pickup for the LC.
Yeah. We're going back to this Tiny. I think he should have maxed out the tree grab because he has been farming for 11 minutes now, and he should have been farming way faster if he had more levels on a tree grab. Because the thing is, yes, it's nice that we have maxed out Avalanche and Toss, but you need to rotate at some point.
Maybe he was just like thinking since it's gonna be he's gonna go for the drums. So if you pick up the drums, obviously this
oh my God! This is the second time. Legion Commander slapped the courier on this lane.
Man, curious knife. This is the third one, to be exact.
Oh yeah, the third one. Well, the second one for the Legion.
Yeah, for the Legion, yeah. But still, Sandy was able to protect the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane.
You know, that should be a medal event as well. Courier slapping.
Maybe you should have something like a stats in an award for the most courier snipes. Yeah, courier kills.
Supernal Shield is available as well for Team Thailand and should go towards the Tiny because this is the only melee hero on the side of Team Thailand. Well, the Sand King is, but he's not going to be able to use the Supernal Shield.
And guess what? Lina already has to some travel when the Tiny goes in. Here's an avalanche combo. And that's a dead Lina for you, sir.
Okay, that was a perfect example. I was about to say that the YouTube travel was useless in this game. You needed to use it.
Oh, the duel is the mystic splitter. And there you go, first duel win. But Crystal Maiden getting first out and 2 for 1. And they're not done yet. Even the Skyrock Mage is taken out on the engagement.
Oh my God. Team Thailand proving that they have the better rotations here. Even though they still are yet to use the Sand King build to score. They're showing how these heroes are very aggressive in nature.
able to wait for Tiny at the shrine. So yeah, still go for it.
So going back to the Bluetooth channel pick up here by the leader, the thing is, their lineup is really greedy. You have a PL farming, you have a leader commander in for his Blink Jacket timing, and you needed to purchase an item to make sure that you can fight against Team Thailand. So that was the use center for you.
Yeah, I was also.
Unfortunately, he went for a Bluetooth travel now. All three cores will be farming on the side of Laos PDR, and for Team Thailand, that's good. That's smart.
I was also thinking it was, I mean, the leader might just go for the instant use, so they can go for a flight, easy setup for the stuns,
Yeah.
to slow it down, even if there's some maiden, you know, there's some maiden in the CM who's really slow, so it will benefit everyone on their team.
Yeah, even the Netherlands and use sectors that stop that.
The blink in, but the disruption saved it for the Shadow Demon, and no good, Sir Power Strike, the middle just worked, oh my god, the damage output coming from Team Thailand, and here's the counter initiation for Laos DR, the Laos DR chasing the Tiny need first, the Tiny is still alive, no he got side, but he's so tanky, and still taking a lot of damage, counter Laos DR, they're running, my god, 4 heroes down, 4 for 1, oh joking, one!
Oh my god, just as quick as that, the Razor gets an ultra kill thanks to the Eye of the Storm and a stolen damage. Just 16 was enough to take down all 5 heroes in the side of Laos PDR.
Dude, the Tiny's still alive!
Yeah. Even though the diffusal blade hurts so much, this guy has 23 armor, 2000 HP, and a 352 movement speed. If you plan on taking him down, you need to bring all 5 heroes onto him.
The commitment coming from Lao PDR for that Tiny, it cost them every one of their team.
Yeah, it's not the Razor who was the superstar on that team fight. All he did was clean up. It was not a track.
Oh, the Lash was able to set up the stun. No for you, sir. And the Skyrush Mage again getting out.
Yep, again, Lashrak being the star, the key player here for Team Thailand. Mind you, that team fight alone was able to land a 2-man splitter and cut the trees to provide vision for the last remaining here on the side of Laos PDR. But then again, if you are Laos PDR, you need to look for your conditions. You need to see where the Shadow Demon is before you go for the duels.
This lineup for Team Thailand, especially Shadow Demon was able to save twice. He used disruption twice, man.
Yep.
He was able to save the Tiny and the other here, the Sandy. Still, the PL still needs more farm. He already had to diffuse a link earlier on that fight, however, they got turned around.
Yeah, problem is, it feels like it's just the Legion Commander against, well, it's the Legion Commander alongside the Legion against the Rogue. Yes, you have Athena, but it's the Bluetooth travel. What do you do with the Bluetooth travel during the team fight?
Well, it's good for pushing.
It's good for split pushing, but you have a final fight against Team Thailand. Because you're planning to delay the game here for Laos PDR for the PL to be able to farm up. But the thing is, it looks like they're the ones trying to fight because there's no farming space anymore for the field.
And Tiny almost has a Blink Dagger, which is a good item to pick up for Tiny since he can start the flight instead of the Sanding going in.
Yeah, you can look for the heroes here. I think the priority target is either the Scarlet Mage or the Lina.
Yeah, best 2 targets so far for this Tiny. Yeah, there you go. The item pick up for the Blink Dagger, 16 minutes. Very nice for Tiny, even though he's quite, unfavorable lane for Tiny against Alina, but he was able to capitalize.
Yep. Philosopher's Stone picked up here by Team Thailand. That should go in the hands of the Shadow Demon. 60 bonus GPM, that's tango per minute. It's very, it's very nice to have at least 60 more gold.
60 more gold, yeah. So 17 minutes, 11 to 9 is our score. Team Thailand versus Team Lao PDR, best of 3, game number 1. We're just starting, man. Going to the mid game.
Tiny picked up is picking up an Echo Saber here rather than the Assault Kira, so he wants more burst damage against Laos PDR, which is a nice idea because again they need to burst down either the Lina or the Scarlet Mage on the backside.
So Team Thailand going for a smoke of the sea after the pick up of the Blink Dagger for the Tiny, looking for a target. But unfortunately, oh yeah, there you go. The smoke was popped, but the Tiny will not be able to blink in. He got hurt by the Nova.
Yeah, you know that Nova from Crystal Maiden actually hurt them because Team Thailand knew that there was an observer ward there. Because yes, even if the smoke breaks, there's no vision for Laos PDR. Supposedly, there's no vision for Laos PDR. But when Crystal Maiden used the Nova, they knew that hey, they see us here.
placed it here right now for the lane. So they'll get quite a few gold advantage over Lao BDR.
It's just 2,000 at the moment. The problem is they're going to snowball heavily towards the mid-game, and they need to buy more time for the Phantom Lancer to be able to warm up.
And as you can see, Legion Commander already has a Wood of Defiance. Tiny drums, they go for the every single element earlier, but still pressuring towers.
What? You used the flip.
Yeah, it was a late blip. I don't know, or an early blip.
Yeah, I think you used that to defend the top lane, not to defend the creep wave, but there's a smoke here from Laos BDR. They want to look for something. Again, they need to see where the Shadow Demon is, because if you duel somebody on the side of Team Thailand, they will just be saved by the disrupt of the Shadow Demon.
Okay, so here we go. 3-man smoke. Lina is just playing behind here on the Legion Commander. You're starting to pick up the base here at the top, looking for a potential target, and the thing is coming out. There will take over the Razor. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the fight from the front of top. The flame is out with his hand king, but he's a silent, Christian Flair. Oh my god, the down, and the thought comes from Tiny, and the threes are still. Lina alive. However, the Razor goes in. Let's drop the dash, but the disruption save. Here's the fight. And the duel, it will connect. There you go, the duel win, yes sir. And the Lestrat surrounded by 3, and he will go down. But there's been a lot of buyback for his fight.
Yep, this is a very huge engagement for Laos BDR, but nonetheless, they're going to be happy with what they got. It's a Razor kill as well as the Lestrat. Actually, all cores. Well, not all cores. The Lestrat is a support, but they got the Razor kill and the Sand King kill. Yes, it's a buyback on Lina, but that's a Lina with a good tower and the US Scepter doesn't really care. He's going for the Aghanim Scepter as his next item, but what matters is they buy more time for the Phantom Lancer to be able to farm.
Okay, they want to go for the Lina. There you go. Easier first with the help of build the sport, and they can control the outpost here at the top.
That's a dieback though.
Yeah, it's a dieback for the Lina.
It's really surprising that the Lina went for another creep wave, knowing that he has no buyback, and Team Thailand has already seen him claiming the outpost.
And no vision as well.
Yeah.
They got no vision on the top side of the map. So TPs, and they're going.
Yeah, they know that there's no Lina for 15 more seconds, so the PL wouldn't want to fight right now. They will try to look for a pickup here, Team Thailand. And they might find the Crystal Maiden in the jungle, but that is just the Crystal Maiden.
Okay, so PL up to go for the SN1. And there you go, the drop. Commander, my god! Oh my god! Oh no! This is gonna be a problem now, but Lina, the Shadow Demon got taken down quickly.
But it's currently yes, but the trade-off is huge. The Crystal Maiden and the Legion Commander. It was unfortunate that when the Tiny jumped in, the Avalanche clipped the Legion Commander as well.
That's very unfortunate for the side of Lao Media. But again, Team Thailand was able to get 3 kills, 3-4-1 exchange, plus a tower.
Yeah, they don't care. Shadow Demon is just a save for Team Thailand. If the Legion Commander is down, they don't care if they lose the Shadow Demon as long as he gets his job done. It's a very nice purchase as well of the Legion Commander. That's the thing that you cannot debuff with the press the attack. So Laos BDR needs to be very careful when engaging in team fights. Again, the #1 priority target for them is the Shadow Demon.
Okay, so as we can see here, the PL keeping back to base.
Echo Saber's up.
Yeah, Echo Saber for the Tiny is up and ready for the next fight. Same goes for the PL. SNY, Diffusal, what next? Probably going to a different item.
I think you go for either a Scotty or a Butterfly here on the PL. You need more damage.
And the PL, we gotta go for the Scotty, extra durability as well.
Put of Defiance on the Sand King, so that will that will help the sustained game here for Team Thailand against the Skyrat Mage, the Legion Commander, and the Lina as well.
And Razor also planning to go for the Satanic.
Ooh. Well, let's say the idea that okay, I was about to say that he doesn't need a BKB, but problem is he already has it, so buy more items.
Buy more items, sir. He has a good game, second in top of the network.
Yeah, because the thing is, the SNY and Satanic was forgivable because, well, if you buy a BKB, you're just going to be tied out with the PL and the Lina. So the SNY and Satanic looks pretty good, but at the pace right now, he already has the BKB and the SNY, and he will go for the Satanic as his next item. So this is a scary time here for Team Laos BDR as Team Thailand already has their their token.
course, S and Y, magic resistance. Same goes for the satanic. I mean, the Razor almost had more than 50% status resist.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be so good against Lina, even the
duel.
Yeah, the duel itself.
You can't duel the Razor anymore because there's a lot of production on the Razor.
It will like reduce the
Even the Yules.
duration. Even the Yule Scepter, man.
Yeah, if you use the Yules on the Razor, number one, he has a BKB, so don't use that. Number two, even if he has no BKB, you can land the combo because you can't expect when he's gonna fall down.
Exactly. It's different. Tiny just using a casual avalanche in the lead.
Oh my god!
Number 10! Number 6 just like into the duel, but they will not get the duel win. But here comes Gallery. And the Yule's being used on the Tiny. They were burning him down. Man, the blink into the duel. No vision.
Well, to be honest, that was the fault of the Tiny. You don't clear waves that way. Especially if you see the Legion Commander and Lina. You let it pass, and you go for the next wave. You run the next wave. You don't show yourself too coarse. That can definitely catch you.
You got someone greedy.
Yeah.
Taking the quick wave and they use the avalanche.
This Leshrac has so many items. A Rod of Ados, a Kaya, and he will be able to farm up either a Boots of Jungle or a BKB. And mind you, this is a support Leshrac.
And Laos PBR focusing tier 1 tower on the top lane. And they will easily go for the creep wave into the tower. Nicely done for Lao PDR.
Peel is actually online now.
It's the items. They can fight. They can go for a fight.
Now, Team Thailand, how do they address the PL? Yes, they have Leshrac, and this is my problem with the Leshrac pick earlier. DK scales against PL, even if PL is massively farmed. Leshrac, you're only relying on the magic damage. What do you do if his teammates build up the pipe? There's a pipe of insight on the Legion Commander, so the amount of damage that you dish out is going to be heavily reduced.
Sand King already picked up the pipe of insight. So no engagement with that smoke. So they'll continue farming, securing their core items. In the side of Thailand, or Team Thailand, they will defend their tier 1 tower in the middle lane.
Yeah, there's no rush for Team Laos PDR. They can definitely play the late game. They have a PL and they have a Legion Commander. Two of the best heroes to play in the late game because you have to capture the duel. If she gets enough damage, she can burst anybody down on the side of Team Thailand. Well, with the exception of the Razor, the Tiny, of course, because it's a tanky stone.
We've seen a lot of fights on this game wherein they were not able to easily burst the Tiny down.
Yeah. Well, this is big. Laos PDR has picked up help with the Nine.
Duel into the Mystic Flare, and you got burned. Good serve, but here comes the combination from Team Thailand. 1-for-1, and the epicenter being used. Oh, the fuck! On the 3 line.
Okay, that's quite the bad duel. I thought it got the Razor, but it got the Leshrac. So it's a very huge win here for Team Thailand. They only lost the Leshrac. But if Team Laos PDR does take away from that engagement the bonus damage of the Legion Commander.
At least they were able to get the dual damage, but still, a trade-off. Not a good trade, though.
This PL is becoming a huge problem. I like the item choice here. The Hood of Defiance into the Skull Basher, more HP, and more ways to lock down the Razor and the Tiny. So the PL is itemizing very well in this stage of the game.
It's currently farming. Doesn't want to get involved with the fights.
Yeah, it's actually going for the Abyssal Blade first before the Scotty or the Butterfly. Wants to lock down the heroes on the side of Team Thailand.
So we can see both teams playing it safely. No one wants to commit on a fight right now. PL is still farming efficiently.
Yep.
And the illusions being used pretty well.
Yeah, by the way, the Basher doesn't work with illusions. It's just on the main hero. But the thing is, the PL himself will be able to deal with the Razor.
Oh, the cancellation of the DB into the duel. And here comes the support from Team Laos PDR. Okay, Tiny wants to change up. The Lina will try to use his spells for her. Oh man, he was able to blink out, yeah.
What a waste of a duel there.
Status assist.
Yeah. Well, it does cool off, so the Legion Commander will have the duel after 40 seconds. Again, it provides more space for the PL to be able to farm up. And if we're going to look at the items right now, Tiny is queuing up a BKB close to the purchase as well. And Channel Quiver picked up here by Team Laos PDR. I think it should go on the hands of Alina. It's quite useless though because there's no right-clicking range here on the side of Laos PDR.
It's good for the drought.
Okay.
Or strike will connect, build this court, avalanche, fast combination, and that's an easy kill for the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah. Laos PDR throwing bodies in Team Thailand, and now they recognize the potential of their lineup to be able to take Roche. It's a PL, Legion Commander, and Alina. Really hard for Laos PDR to contest Roche here away from Team Thailand.
They will go inside the pit, and the PL will gonna doppelganger, use the illusion to push out, creeping on the bottom, but Legion Commander still, pressuring the top lane. But yeah, sneaky Roche.
Yeah, this is where you'd wish that you have an Elder Titan. The King of Roche Pits.
Man, I mean, one of the good heroes, if you're playing against a team who's inside the pit, Batrider, Titan,
As well.
Oh, he goes in! Come on, go for the steal! Oh my god.
That's a risky play here by Laos PDR. The Legion Commander out for 60 seconds. Team Thailand. They can definitely use this time to create more pressure against the PL. They don't know that the Legion Commander doesn't have buybacks though, and there we go, Mind Breaker. Talked about earlier how powerful this item is, and it is going to be on the hands of Team Thailand.
It's going to be the Razor or the Tiny.
No, put it on the Razor.
Yeah, the
Use that
Razor.
thing, run. He hits 4 times, you're silent. Well, that's for 2 seconds, but still a very huge thing.
Yeah, of course. And the Tiny already has the BKB.
Oh my god, Satanic is already up for the Razor.
It's going to be a hard team fight against, for a team Lao PDR.
Yeah,
He
it is.
plays safely and efficiently.
Woo, the support left track has purchased the BKB.
Okay. And this meta supports. What do you mean supports?
Oh,
No such
BKB.
support. And BKB was forced on the Tiny. And they won.
Oh,
on the Razor, man. And easily they will burst down this Tyrant Mage.
I don't think it warranted the BKB from the Tiny. He has 2000 HP. He's not gonna die from Skyrim Mage ultimate. I think he just panicked that he thought that the Lina was around, so he pressed the BKB as soon as he can.
It's okay.
Abyssal Blade is already complete on the Phantom Lancer, alongside People's Gift that boosts his secondary stats, the strength and the intelligence. So this is a very scary PL right now. If the Razor and the Tiny is not safe from this guy.
And the buff for the Abyssal Blade, where you can just easily blow for your
Oh,
target.
Razor needs to be very careful.
Careful now. Right now, the PL has the Diffusal Blade, so his man is going to burn out quickly with the illusions.
Fortunately, Laos PDR, they don't see any heroes on the side of Team Thailand. All 3 heroes on the bottom lane are behind the creep wave. So the PL was very scared in the middle lane, so the Razor will be safe.
Not too far. Oh no, but the
What
side
farm?
of Team Thailand.
What farm? I'm
Yeah.
already rich.
They'll go into Smoke of the Sea looking for a pickup. Maybe they will transition after getting a pickup into a push or a tower.
Yep.
Do they have the detection for the Sand King? No, the Ranger doesn't care. It will just run on to the tier 2 tower here at the bottom.
Yep.
Sand King playing it safely. There you go. I'm sorry, Sand. Yeah. Even the Shadow Demon is here. Playing the creep wave, and they will. Yeah, desolate the creep wave, and there you go. Easy down for the side of Team Thailand.
Yep. Laos PDR, they're going to be trapped inside their own base. And this might look like to be a high ground push here for Team Thailand. The Tiny can definitely blink into the toss, but the targets are nowhere to be found.
And Diabol eating, left and right click down to the Tiny and the Razor. Easy tier 3. Strike is open. Both will they go for the flight?
Okay, the mana has been defeated on the Razor.
That's a good thing about the PL.
Yeah. But definitely repel the force, especially if you have lineups that can only push with a single hero. And in this case, it's either the Razor or a Tiny, but they can't push together. So again, it's either the Tiny or the Razor. With the PL on the side of Team Laos PDR, they can definitely burn up the mana of whoever will push. Okay.
It's a sentry. You're standing on the detection, sir. And they will easily take out the life of the Legion Commander.
Again, no buyback. 70 seconds without the Legion Commander for Laos PDR. Team Thailand, they don't know this, but they chase for more. BKB has been popped by the Rush catch. The PL on the barrel strike. Nice catch there for the Sand King. The damage isn't really there. The Gentleman game as well. But Tiny on the backlines using the avalanche cross combination on CM. While the PL is ready to fight. BKB has been popped by the Tiny, but no damage whatsoever brought out by Team Laos PDR. And a Scarlet Mage will fall as well to the Razor.
And they will be forced to buy back, especially Skyrat Mage. I think they will try to defend their tier 3 at the middle. Look at the game line potential capture to the Team Thailand.
They're still
Oh, there's
fight as well. But Laos PDR, they're chasing the heroes away from Team Thailand.
Shrines is down for the side of Team Lao PDR. So advantage still on the side of Team Thailand on this game.
Yep, 10,000 gold lead in their favor, and they continue to scale. The PL, yes, it hurts, it depletes your mana, but with that kind of initiation wherein Team Thailand dictates the base, you can't fight against them.
Have you seen the Laguna Blade, man? I mean,
well, I've seen the Laguna Blade all the time, it deals no damage.
yeah, exactly.
It's a stone that you try to hit with thunder. What do you expect?
Or it's a stone, it's a man of
Okay.
stone. Again, the Skyrock Beach falls down, and they're not done yet. They see the Skyrock, yeah, it's down.
Even doing that.
The freezing field now, but it's cancelled by the Power Strike. And still made it. He hasn't found it.
What? BKB? What BKB for that? Okay.
Playing safe
Yeah.
for the second time around. Okay, no way to cancel the TP.
During the death of the Undying, even after his life, can't do anything. 5 seconds, can't do anything.
Of course, you're still needing that. There's still no brush line, that's it. That's about it, sir.
The Assault Cuirass is going to be the next item here